education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone.
Modern education started in the Industrial Revolution to provide semi-skilled workers for the ever-expanding workforce. Society was fairly homogeneous. The model used to provide education was based around the same processes. Education was designed to produce a product, workers who were very much grist for the mill. Society has changed as we enter the technology age. The world has become smaller. Technology has helped society to become global, and jobs that exist now are disappearing while new jobs are being created. The workforce, more than ever, has to be adaptive. Becoming lifetime learners has become a desirable skill. Other skills have also become important. 21st century learning focuses on individual outcomes using strategies based on the 3 C's of creativity, communication, and collaboration. These fit well with the tenets of whole child education. Child philosophy to work, the school and teacher need to promote healthy living. Child health is important to development and growth. Better learning outcomes occur when a child has a safe environment. Safety is not only a physical state. The child needs to feel safe to express themselves, to take chances in learning. There should be no right answers, just right processes. Engagement is vital if deep learning and knowledge is to be achieved. Part of the safe environment is the support and guidance provided by the teacher and the school. Support can take many forms, whether it be guidance, resources, technology, or recognition of effort rather than the result. Each child needs to be challenged to grow. It is the teacher's duty to find appropriate challenges depending on the child's development, mentally, physically, and maturity. In the past, the teacher was a fountain of knowledge from which the children drank. Modern technology has diminished this role. In many ways, the teacher has become a life coach. The socio-economic demographics of society, where there are more single and blended families, often with both parents working, has put schools and teachers in the position of being pseudo-parents. The policies of a school can affect how a child grows up. The goals of the Melbourne Declaration, which are incorporated into the Australian curriculum, clearly talk about Australian schooling promoting equity and excellence for all young people, so that they may become successful learners who are confident and creative individuals, who are also active and informed members of society. In a presentation to Gleeson College in July 2006, the team from the Australian Government Quality Teaching Program discussed what were productive pedagogies. 4 major dimensions were raised, being intellectual quality, connectedness, supportive classroom environments, and the recognition of differences. Intellectual quality, they talk of strategies which promote higher order thinking. Learning needs to create deep knowledge and understanding. This is best achieved through using knowledge to have substantive conversations. Using that knowledge in solving real life situations. The expression of ideas needs to be done in a proper manner. The meta-language, syntax, grammar, words, and structure of the presentation are all important to the overall understanding of the ideas, whether that be written or spoken. The connection between learning and the real world are important. Strategies need to take into account student background knowledge and how they learn. The best strategies involve real-world problem solving. Warana Park Primary School in Victoria uses this process to help students with real-world learning. An example of this was the children in grade 5-6 who wanted more appropriate playground equipment. To get it, they first had to develop a proposal to be presented to the school board. This process involved producing a fully costed designed plan. They did this by contacting and meeting suppliers, discussing their requirements and formulating a fully costed proposal with the suppliers. Once the final plan was prepared, it was presented to the school board, who approved the plan. Students were involved in the purchase and installation. Teacher involvement was minimal. The environment provided needs to be a supportive one. The teacher is the guide and support providing the tools. Engagement is also important, as it will improve not only learning outcomes, it can also improve behaviour. The processes also need clear performance criteria and clear consequences where criteria are not met. Because the environment is much more student-led, there also needs to develop self-regulation so that they can meet the expectations concerning behaviour and performance. The final dimension talks of recognition of difference. something covered in much detail in the ACARA paper Student Diversity and the Australian Curriculum, January 2013. The diversity of modern society means that cultural knowledge, learning and styles will differ. Physical and mental disability also needs to be taken into account. By tailoring the learning strategies, teachers need to develop methods which are inclusive not only for the child with a different background or disability, but also for the more mainstream child to work in an environment of diversity. Through inclusivity, you can create group identity and encourage involvement and engagement, all of which are important elements in a modern Australian curriculum. Society has changed from a time when children were fodder for the industrial complex. Society is much more about the individual, his environment or her growth. Active and involved citizens who are able to adapt to the quick changing society, who are lifelong learners, are those who will succeed in the future. As teachers, it is our job to help them achieve this success. If we can get them there, then
everything is awesome. Everything is cool when we're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream. Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I, growing forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I like you, you like me. We're all working hard, my money. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dreams.
Turn that frown upside down, let's see those smiles all around. Riding scooters to the park, getting home before it's dark. Comfy shoes and candy bars, playing tunes on my guitar. Swimsuit, summer dress, playing on the beach the best.